Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Yo, what's good, y'all? What's the word? What's going on? How everybody doing out there? Y'all already know what it is, man. We are back again, and it's time for the Tuesday banger. That's a lot, y'all. It's time for the Tuesday banger. It's time for the Tuesday banger, and I got one. Keep a banger at all times. Like I always say before I start these videos off, I have no problem delivering this content to everybody that's out here working hard, working a 9 to 5. Everybody that's out here with their own business, getting to that bag the legit way. I make sure y'all got something to watch in the mornings, and I promise y'all, there's no problem on my end. I also have no problem making sure I'm warning y'all and telling y'all about how dangerous prison is. I only ask for one thing in the process, and that's for y'all to just stay out the way, man. That's it. I want y'all to stay out the way this summer and forever, man. Definitely this summer, man, because we put ourselves in too many crazy predicaments in the summertime. There's a lot of stuff that be going on, man. We got to be careful out here, man. We're going to get snatched away from our family, and that's not what we trying to do. I'm letting you know now, everybody's out here acting tough and hard, all these little young YNs doing what they do. I respect it. They going through what they going through in their environment, man. But once they get snatched away from their family, man, they turn back into kids, man. I seen it happen. It happened to me. I'm letting y'all know right now from experience. I'm doing 16 years and change, man. You don't want to go to this place and talk about, man. I don't care what state you're in. It don't matter what state you're in, what country you in, man. Jail is jail, prison is prison. You're not going to like it. You're definitely not going to like it, man. So if you're out here doing something wrong, I'm suggesting you, man, to come over on this side and stay out the way with us, man. Because that's what we're doing over here on this channel, man. Turn your life around and stay out the way, man. That's it. Period. But y'all already know what it is, man. This is the Tuesday banger. So let y'all do this one. Like, share, subscribe, so y'all. Let's get it. Let's go. But it's time for business. Time for business, y'all. And the story I got for y'all today is called He Came Out of Retirement. Part 1. Crazy story, crazy situation. We are aware, people. We in penitentiary, man, where crazy things happen all the time, man. I'm letting y'all know now, man. I have experienced a lot of maniac activity in there. It's dudes in there, man, that like, you know, they'll stop doing things for a long time, man. But when it comes down to freedom or different things, like or just trying to just change your life around, I've seen it happen before, man. I know it can happen, man. Like it's people that I know that was just wild demons in there, man. But they, as the years went on, you know, I've been gone 15 years. The time went on, I seen them change their life around, man. The only people I never really seen made a clear 360 of turning their life around, man, were the predators. I'm being honest with y'all, man. The predators, it's hard for them to turn their life around because it's basically in their bloodline to be the way they are, man. So every time I seen a situation of somebody that was a predator trying to turn their life around, man, I would give them the benefit of the doubt. But at the end of the day, in the back of my mind, I always would think that they'll never change their ways, man, because that's just how it is with a predator, y'all. So with that being said, though, we're going to start off on Susses 2, y'all. We on Susses 2. And it was crazy, man, because this is the time, around the time, man, when I'm in 4B, downstairs in 4 building, man. And it was crazy because I done been upstairs in 4D and in 4C at this particular moment. So basically, I done been in every pod in this building except for the non-tobacco pod, which was A pod. And I'm in B pod. There's only 4 buildings in the pod. I done been in 3 of them already. So now that I'm in 4B, when I do my 4B stories, it's kind of like, you know, but when I talk about 4D, it was a block of, you know, a lot of Richmond dudes, a lot of Red team members, a lot of old heads, a different amount, just mixed in a bunch of dudes in there. But for the majority of the block, it was a lot of people in there just trying to stay out the way, gamble, playing, you know what I mean? A lot of gambling going on, a lot of parlays being played, and the la-la will come through there as well. But with me being in 4B, it was more of, I was strictly new to that block. I'd never been in that block. I knew people from seeing people, and I had a couple of homeboys was in there, but I was a fairly new guy into that block. Now, when I first moved in that block, when I first came in there, it was a guy that pulled up on me, man, and we're going to call him Mr. Johnson. Now, Mr. Johnson was somebody that already had a reputation of being down for a little minute now. I'm talking about like since the 80s. like he was down like that long, you know what I mean? But for the most part, he didn't look old at all. He didn't look old at all. Like, and when I first encountered him, it was off of, I had to encounter him, like, you know what I mean? Because like, I didn't really want to talk to him or nothing. Like, you know, I don't discriminate on all old heads. A lot of the old heads be good money, they be cool, whatever the case, but a lot of them be predators, man. Like, you never know. Or predators in their past. Like, so like, I don't really want to associate with you if it's up to me. But when I first moved in 4B, man, I got in there and they didn't have a mattress or a pillow inside my cell. So I was trying to see where the CO was at, see if I could talk to the lady in the booth. Ooh, yo, I ain't got no mattress or no pillow. So I'm trying to get situated. I just got the block. So I'm telling them. So everybody that I was talking to in there was telling me I need to holler at Mr. Johnson. Now, I was trying to figure out why I had to holler at Mr. Johnson. I figured it out later when I found out Mr. Johnson was kind of like they Swiss Army knife in the pod. Like, he did everything. Pass out the trays, work for the counselor, pass out commissary sheets. He'll get you stuff that you need. Basically, like, he can get moves done. Like, he can do all of that. He was that type of old head. Now, around this time right here, he wasn't as old as when I bumped into him later. But like, I'll give him like in his 40s, in his late 40s, around this time, maybe his late 40s, early 50s. I don't know. Maybe late 40s, I'm guessing. But Mr. Johnson was like a bald head dude, about my height, had a little size to him, had the clean face game, looked like Mr. Clean as a black man, you hear me? Ain't had no facial hair, nothing. Nothing. You'll never catch him with hair on his head or nothing, man. Like, he just was clean shaved, man. So when I had to talk to him, like, everybody's telling me I gotta holler at him. So he wasn't even in the pod when I was trying to get this done. So he ended up coming back. So when he came back, he was coming back in with the chemicals. So when I seen the dude coming back in with the chemicals, I assumed that this was Mr. Johnson. You know what I mean? He looked like a Mr. Johnson, to be honest with you. So he walk in the joint. When he walk in, I see somebody say something to him. Then he start looking my way. He start looking towards me. So he looking over here. And then I seen him. I was like, man, let me walk and see if I can get a pillow or whatever the case, man. So as I got closer, as I was walking to him, because he's right in front of the booth, I promise y'all, everything, as I'm getting closer, my jaw just going off. And like, for real, my jaw will go off on his own without me like directing the scan. It'll go off on his own if it's a major predator around. Like, I'm talking about major predator. Like, you got to be somebody that got the reputation, the whole nine. So like, I don't know him. I never been in a block with him. I never been on a camp with him. I never really even seen him on the compound. So as I'm walking closer, and I'm walking about to go ask him a question, my jaw was just going bananas when I got like halfway to him. My jaw was like, it's like it didn't even scan. It just was long. I was like, yo, that jaw going bananas, man. I get close, I'm like, he like, you just moved in here. That jaw, I'm like, I almost had to smack my head. Stop. I was like, gave him a little distance. I was like, yeah. I just moved in here. I was like, yo, they told me to holler at you because I need a pillow and a mattress. You know what I mean? He was like, oh, you ain't got no, I know. Oh, somebody took your mattress and your pillow, huh? I'll go get it. I'll go get you one. He went to the booth. He said, hey, I got to go back out and go get him a mattress and a pillow. The lady came to the booth. She was like, the lady came to the bar. She was like, what you say, Mr. Johnson? He said, I got to go back out. Let me back out. I got to go get him a mattress and a pillow. She said, oh, no problem, Mr. Johnson. She opened up both drums, and he was out of there. Open sesame game, y'all. So, boom. So the way I seen how he had kind of like the green light with the police, it looked like they trust him. It looked like they rock with him. You know what I mean? But my predator radar detector went bananas going to see this guy. So I just stood by the booth. And I'm gonna stay. I was like, I'm gonna stay right here until he come back. So I just stayed and just was standing right there. A dude I know from Richmond pulled up, you know what I mean? Now, when the dude from Richmond came and pulled up, he was like, hey, what's up, man? What's up? Weezy, I didn't know you was in here. I was like, bro, I just got out the hole. He like, for real? I'm like, yeah. He was like, yeah, what you waiting up here for? I said, I'm waiting on the dude, Mr. Johnson, to come back, man. He's supposed to be bringing me a mattress and a pillow. He was like, oh, yeah, dude, somebody took your junk when their cell was open for a minute. I'm like, for real, man? I'm like, what's up with my roommate? He cool? He was like, oh, yeah, your roommate cool. Now, they had moved me inside cell 8. So I was on the bottom tail with this joint right here, y'all. I was in cell 8. So he was like, yeah, your roommate straight. Everything straight with him. So I'm like, yeah. So I was just like, out of curiosity, I was like, yo, what's up with the old dude? I said, he got the key to the city to this joint? He was like, yeah, he got the key to the city, bro. Like, he do what he want, bro. I'm telling you, like, this is what he do. So I'm like, oh, all right. I was like, man, I see that. I was like, man, crazy though. I was like, what dude, you mess with those people and saying, man? He was like, yeah, Mr. Johnson been down forever. You know what I mean? He was like, man, that man been down since I was a child down there. And this dude was younger than me. He was like, man, this man been locked up since I was a child for real. And this dude was younger than me. I'm like, man, go ahead, man. He like, yeah, man, he been down for a little minute. So I'm like, that's crazy. He was like, man, look, the police love him to death, but you gonna see how he move, like you gonna see what he do, like how he carried or whatever the case, you know what I mean? I'm like, all right, that's what's up, you know what I mean? So it took him like 15 minutes. I seen him come back pushing the cart. He had my mattress in the cart, and I seen it was a brand new pillow in the joint. So he came back and gave me all brand new stuff. When he come back in with the joint, I see how thick the mattress is. I see the pillow looking super sturdy. I'm like, oh, appreciate it, man. Grab the joint, like, yo, appreciate it, man. They're like, I was like, yeah, good look, man. Appreciate that, man. He was like, yeah, no problem, young blood. Yeah, you a cell 8, right? I was like, yeah, I'm a cell 8. He's like, okay, all right, no problem. He came with the 2 pounds. Like, I never seen nobody like that come with the 2 pound game, man. Like it was shocking because for one, he's a predator. Now, don't get me wrong. I appreciate him going out his way to go get me 2 brand new items, man. A brand new pillow and a brand new mattress is a boss item in penitentiary. I'm letting you know now. So like, I didn't want to give him the 2 pound pause, but like when I seen the old dude come like this, I was like, I looked at him. That joint was like, it went off easy. It was like, which basically telling me like, calm down. Like he's a predator, but like you don't have nothing to worry about. Like my radar detector going light. That means I don't have nothing to worry about, which I never have nothing to worry about anyway. But seeing him standing there like this, I was like, pound him up, y'all. So boom. It's crazy. So I go back to my cell, get my stuff together, got situated, met my roommate, you know what I mean? Got acquainted with him. He seemed like he was a cool dude. Spoke with him for a little bit. I shoot back out in the pod. So when I'm back out in the pod, I'm chilling. So while I'm out there chilling now, it's about to be ready for dinner. But when I look, I seen Mr. Johnson, what cell he was in. Now, at first, I didn't see what cell he was in. But Mr. Johnson slept in cell 8. But Mr. Johnson slept in cell 19. So when I seen him, like he's coming out of his cell. But when I seen him coming out of the cell, I seen it was like this young black dude coming out of his cell too. So I ain't paying no mind, little young black dude. But when I seen the young black dude come sit at the table and I look at his face, the young black dude that looks super fruity on the low, like not like flamboyant fruity, like mouse and the makeup and all of that. Nah, his whole look, it just looked like he was a man one day, the next day he was freaking whoever Mr. Johnson wanted him to be. Like, that's what it looked like, man. I didn't know what he looked like, to be honest with you, man. But he came and sat at the table and he just was like, I seen how his neck rolled. He was like, he kept doing his neck like a rooster. He was like, and the neck is one of the first suspicions when you look at somebody in penitentiary that shake, rattle, and roll, man. They got good network. They ain't networking, man. They got good network. Pause, y'all. Spoon. So I see him moving like that. I'm like, y'all crazy. Man, y'all crazy. I'm like, what's up, bro? What's up? You over here now? I'm like, yeah, I'm chilling, man. Just got up here. You know what I mean? He like, yeah, this part all right. This part all right, man. Besides these dudes in here messing with these boys. I'm like, yeah, I seen that jump. I was like, yeah, the dude old head helped me get my mattress. And he was like, yeah, he the main one. He the ringleader. He was like, bro, listen, if the shake, rattle, and rollers, he didn't say the shake, rattle, and rollers. He was like, if the shake, rattle, and rollers had a freaking squad, bro, like the red and blue team, he was like, man, he will be the leader. He will be the leader, bro. Like, I'm like, what? He like, yeah, bro. He was like, and he worked for the cops. Like, you know what I mean? I was like, so he the police? Like, I don't know if he the police or not, but I know, you know what I mean? The police rock with him, you know what I mean? So I'm like, this junk crazy. I was like, man, dude, a predator though? He was like, man, yeah, bro. He was like, man, listen, he get anybody moved in his cell he want to. It don't even matter. Like, he can get anybody moved in his cell. He can get you moved out of his cell. He was like, he can get you moved out the pod if he want to. So I'm like, man, he got the juice like Bishop, don't he? Was like, man, that man got the juice, man. He was like, well, I just stay out their way. Like, they don't push it at people like us though. Like, you know what I mean? They go at them weak dudes, them little weak dudes coming here. He run the bank game. He was like, he got an old head he be rocking with right there. He showed me the other old head from afar. He showed me the old head. The old head had a bald head with the Rick Ross beard. From afar, he's standing over there by where the dude cutting hair at. And I'm standing like by closer to where my cell is at. From afar, my junk went like, shake, rock, and roll too. I was like, well, yeah, he rock too. He was like, yeah, he get down too. I was like, man, yeah, I mean, I ain't tripping, bro. Like they everywhere in this junk. Like, you know what I mean? We locked up, part of the punishment, bro. This is what it is. He was like, yeah, they stay out my way. But he was like, he run the bank game with him, and him and dude be kind of like just on some how they do. And he was like, dude ain't gonna go to the hole because the dude Johnson ain't gonna let him go to the hole. So I'm like, yo, so he basically his enforcer. He was like, they don't gotta enforce nothing, bro. It's all the finesse game, man. He said, on top of that, he said, man, the man run a store box. I'm like, he got the store box too? He like, yeah, bro, that man, I mean, you need some food, bro. He was like, I'm sorry to say it. He was like, it's a dude next door that got it. And he from Tidewater. He was like, but Johnson the only dude over here, man, that got all the zooms and wham-whams, bro. I'm like, I don't need no zooms, no wham-whams from him, man. He was like, man, I don't get nothing either. I go to commissary. But he was like, everybody, a lot of these dudes in here, they be store-boxing from him. So, like, he got massive food. He ain't got to put his hand on nobody. I'm like, yo, this is out of control, man. But I'm like, I'm just happy to get out the hole. Dude said, Weezy. Called me to the jack. I was next on the phone. I went, hopped on the jack, called my peoples, let them know everything copacetic. I'm out the bing. That was that. Next thing you know, lady said, stand by for dinner. Stand by for dinner. Stand by for dinner. So everybody getting ready to go to dinner. I just moved in the pod. Y'all, this junk crazy how stuff be happening. The first day I'm in the pod, that's what y'all be thinking. Stuff happen every day in there. My word, every day. I go get my stuff. I come back out. It's winter time. I go get my jacket. I put my jacket on. I looked in the mirror. This is how long it took for me to come back out in the pod. I grabbed my jacket. I went and looked in the mirror. My roommate went past me. He was like, you going to child? I was like, yeah, I'm coming. So I'm wiping, like I'm wiping my eyes or something. I think I had something in my eyes, some cold or something. So just looking in the mirror, make sure I'm straight. When I come out and walk out in the pod, I look. I see the dude that's inside. And I just see the little young boy that's inside Johnson cell. He inside Johnson cell. He's talking to another dude. So he's sitting at the table crying. He's sitting at the table crying. And I'm trying to figure out why is he crying. Now, he's not boo-hooing like, but he's like, you can see like somebody in prison crying. This man got tears coming down. So everybody looking at him. The dude that he's sitting at the table with is another young boy. But this little boy light skin. You know what I mean? So the young boy at the joint, he like, man, what's wrong? What's wrong, man? He was like, man, I'm just, man, I gotta get ready to move, man. I gotta move. I don't want to move. Johnson told me I gotta go. So he was like, why you gotta go? He was like, Johnson said, you want to move in the cell. So the light-skinned boy was like, he told you that? He was like, yeah. He was like, yeah, he told me you want to move in the room. I thought you was my friend, man. He was like, oh, I mean, I told him I'll be his roommate, but it ain't nothing like that. What y'all be doing, it ain't nothing like that. It ain't. Dude was like, man, look, I ain't know you was doing me like that, man. So the dude just kept crying. So everybody walking by, and he's like, exit for child. So we start leaving. Everybody like, what is this? The young and the wrestlers going on here? What is going on here? So everybody go to child and come back. Well, everybody go to child and come back. So as we came back from child, man, I promise you, the sergeant come in the joint. The sergeant come in the joint. It was like, the sergeant came in, went to the booth. Next thing you know, cell 19 opened up. Next thing you know, cell 3 opened up. Cell 3 was the young boy, the light-skinned boy that was about to move in there with Johnson. Next thing you know, Johnson stepped out of 19. Johnson came out there. Johnson was like, he looked back in the cell. All you see was his roommate coming out, pushing his box out. Box was coming out. Johnson was like, hurry up, man. They trying to count, man. He was like, hurry up, man. Dude coming out. Dude looking super sad that he getting kicked out the room. I see him, the other boy, the light-skinned dude, switching, going inside his cell. So when he go inside the joint, you know what I mean? He in there with Johnson. So I'm like, this junk crazy. So I see them just make a move. So a little bit later after that move, I promise y'all, man, the dude Johnson, he made the young boy go take a shower. And I don't like, the reason why I say he made him go take a shower is because the way he did it, like Johnson, like he wasn't intimidating looking like crazy. Like I say, they say because of all that commissary, he really ain't have to do nothing. But man, I promise you, man, this man told the dude straight up in front of everybody. Now he moved in the room. He done been in there since lunch. Now it's around dinner time. It's getting almost time for we to lock down. After dinner, we gonna be down for a minute. Man, I promise you, man, that man was sitting at the table, man, watching TV. He was sitting, I forgot who he was sitting with, but he was sitting like one of the front tables watching TV. Man, this man Johnson walked up behind this man after coming back out from work, and he came from somewhere, and he walked back in the pod. He got his door open. He stepped out. He looked around, and he spotted his roommate. He was like, he walked up to him. He tapped around his shoulder. He was like, dude turned around. He was like, man, if you don't get up and go take a shower, man, come on, man, we about to lock down soon, man. Go take your shower now. So I guess it threw the dude off. The dude was like, he looked at him. He was like, look, you ain't sleeping in my room nasty. I don't play the nasty stuff, man. You ain't coming in my room and there ain't nasty stuff, man. Go wash your ass right now. Right now before we lock down, man. Come on, man. I've been told you before you move in, man. I ain't going for that trifling shit. That's how he talking to him walking back to the cell. I told you I wasn't going for none of that trifling shit. This is where he go back in the cell. The young boy was like, young boy saw me looking at TV. He was like, young boy went back to the cell, y'all. So boom. Young boy come back out with his shower bag and shower shoes and went straight to the shower. Word. So everybody was like, yo, dude, a maniac. What's that about? I'm like, yo, that's crazy. He was like, man, I'm telling you, man, Johnson don't be BSing, man. He don't be BSing, man. So I'll say about a day later, I'll say about the next day. The next day, the young boy looking super unhappy. He's looking super crazy in the face, man. Like he looking like something probably happened that he didn't want to happen, man. And that's how easy it be in there. Like y'all see how dumb this dude was by putting himself in a predicament by moving in there with bro. Like he agreed to move in the cell with a predator. He agreed to do it, y'all. Like, I don't understand. The man kick a boy out and got another dude that he trying to turn. It's like he turning dudes out is his job. That's what he doing, man. So the young light-skinned dude in there looking super uncomfortable. He looking crazy uncomfortable, man. So it went from him looking super uncomfortable to I looked and I seen Johnson and I seen the other dude, old head dude that was standing there with him. I told y'all they got the bald head and the Ross beard. He's standing over there by himself. So they was over there talking. Next thing you know, Johnson was like, hey, he called the young boy. The young boy walked over there. Next thing you know, the tall dude with the beard disappeared. Then Johnson was disappearing. And then the cut was up in his cell. So I'm like, man, like he basically tricking dude out. He basically tricking dude out, man. After they finished with dude, I guess dude won't feel an admission that he got somebody else to join the party. You know what I mean? A little bit after that, we locked down. Dude was in the cell. You know what I mean? When we came back out, dude walked straight to the booth. He walked straight to the booth. He said something to the people in the booth. And that man was out of here, man. That man was gone. That man checked in. You hear me? That man checked in on everything I love. The police came in that joint, packed that man's stuff up, didn't say a damn thing to Johnson. Not one word, y'all. So boom. Johnson was in the clear. This was a predator with immunity. I didn't understand this shit, man. So everybody know what's going on. I'm walking in the pod after just getting in there. I'm getting the pod. I just moved in the pod. And I'm seeing all this activity. So everybody like, yo, man, I told you they don't mess with Johnson. Johnson get anybody that's more in the cell. That man been freaking graping people since the 90s. And like, this is what he do. He's an all-time graper. You know what I mean? So like, I ain't even gonna hold y'all, man. Like one day, while his cell was empty, and he didn't have nobody in his cell, he sleep in cell 19. Now, I'm getting a haircut, man. I'm sitting there getting my beard edged up, getting a little Caesar game. I'm sitting in the chair. And where the barber joint is at, 19 is directly ahead of you, like in front of you. It's like in front of you. 19, 18, 20. If those doors are open, you can see what somebody's doing in their room. And not like you trying to look. It's just, that's just what it is. So he didn't have a roommate for like the first 2-3 days after dude checked in. Man, I promise you, man, that man door opened up. And I seen him standing by like his bed and he was looking at his TV. It's like his TV was on 2 boxes, but he's standing up looking at it. He was like this. And I'm looking in his room. And I don't know what happened to my mind, but as I was looking in his room, it was like I looked on the top bunk and it was a predator. It looked like it was a predator mask right there. But I looked on his top bunk and it looked like it was a predator mask sitting on his top bunk, like just waiting to be used whenever he wanted to put it on. Because when he worked for those people, he's not the predator. But when he get around who he want to get around and start finessing how he want to finesse, he's the freaking predator, man. I'm looking and I see the fucking predator mask in his joint. So I'm like, yo, what the fuck? So I was like, this shit crazy, man. So this man has so much juice. This man has so much juice, man. This man got some white dude moved over there with him. This man had some white dude. I don't know who this white dude was or where this white dude came from, but this wasn't no young white dude. This was an older white dude that looked like he was regular. Then he got flipped. So he moved in a cell with the nigga Shaw. He moved in the cell with the nigga Johnson. So now Johnson doing whatever he wanted him, violating him. I don't know what the hell Johnson got going on. Johnson's just one of them fucking crazy predators. He in there violating this dude. Man, out of nowhere, my homeboy pulled up on me one morning. We came back from breakfast. He was like, bro, you ain't gonna believe this. I was like, what? He was like, man, go look in the office. Go look at Johnson. He in the office crying. I'm like, what? He was like, bro, he in the office crying. I'm like, crying about what? I'm like, you lying, bro. So we walked closer by the phones. We could see in the office. We get by the phones. I was getting on the phone. I was like, I looked in the office. I seen the sergeant. I seen the CO. Then I seen Johnson standing on the side of the wall. He was like, it was like, man, look, you know, I couldn't hear what they were saying. So Johnson came out. He walked out. He went to the booth. The lady was like, here, Johnson. She gave Johnson 2 trash bags. I was like, oh my God. Were they transferring the predator? I was like, this is crazy. This man get the 2 trash bags. He walked in and said, wiping his face. The man don't want to leave. He got all the clout, all the boys, all the finessing moves he want to do right here on Sussex 2, man. This man do not want to leave, man. No predator wants to leave his habitat once he got it all the way under control and he know he can disappear and freaking finesse people with his all type of predator tricks. Man, I'm letting you know now, this man didn't want to leave, y'all, so boom. But he gotta go. It's his time to go. You get transferred, you can't buck on the transfer. So he packed his shit sadly. Man. Then the next day, Johnson was gone, y'all. The next day, Johnson was gone, man. I promise you, when that nigga left, the white dude that was in his cell, the white dude started telling niggas, man, that Johnson used to pay him to fucking perform sexual favors, man, which is fucking sick. He said he met Johnson in the library, and Johnson fucking goddamn just finessed his fucking socks off, man. But the boy is gay now. The dude is gay at the end of the day. But he started telling people Johnson definitely was paying him and all this other shit, man. It made it sound even more scarier, man. So now that Johnson was gone, I felt like the pod can exhale now, man. We got rid of a fucking predator, man. But this dude was like one of those fucking all-time in disguise, I don't really want to do this, but I'm really a goddamn predator. That's what he was, man. I promise y'all, man. But now he's gone, and now everybody's happy, man. Everybody's happy. And I ain't even gonna hold y'all. When I seen that nigga leaving that morning, because they come get you early in the morning, I made sure I got up on the door, and I seen him leaving out. And that nigga had on he had on the state outfit. You never really seen him wearing that. He had the state outfit. He was walking. He was looking sad as a bitch. That nigga left out. It's my word. If he'd looked over at my door, I was like this.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.